last night.
You said the next time you saw.
Said the next 48 hours. So we still really haven't had a chance to have conversations with all the people that we need to before I really run and talk about it publicly. And really more from the standpoint of we always want to make sure we talk to the players before we talk to you so they don't get ambushed. So once we are able to have all those conversations, exactly.
Does that have to be today after the game or tomorrow?
No, it will be today. We'll be finished by today. I'm assuming before the game, but possibly I guess it could drag a little bit to the Thank you.
Donnie, what about the bullpen? So how? I know you talked about this over in Arizona, but just kind of reiterate, how are you going to handle it the first month?
Well, again, we'll pretty much matchups. We don't feel like anybody that just clearly came out and totally taken over. This is going to be, their spot. It's going to be really kind of difficult to set most guys' roles. A few guys we kind of know where we put them. But it's most. I'm assuming your question's more for the back end of the game.
Yes, it is. Yes,
and that's the area that we've got an idea who we'll use back there. And that again will be fluid kind of on a daily basis on who's coming up that inning, that type of thing. Who we feel likes the best matchup.
so this is kind of what you're telling them, is that it could be anybody anytime.
Pretty much. So I think guys will know kind of where we're thinking about using them. Not necessarily the exact inning, but more that area of the game. I think everybody will be fairly clear on that.
Is that hard for some better guys? And I talk to better guys, I guess that they're fouling it. It's weird to not have roles at first.
Well, I think everybody would like to kind of know exactly when they're going to pitch. Kind of when you see what Kansas City was able to do last year, it was the 7th inning, the 8th inning, the 9th inning, that's where we're going. It's very seldom you really get to that. The Dodgers had it a few years ago when I came in town. I think it was right for Moda and Zaganya, so it's like you knew exactly what was going to happen. But for the most part, most teams aren't able to do that. But I do think guys will have a pretty good feel what area of the game and where to be prepared for.
Are you as curious as anyone else to see how it's going to work out? I mean, are you as...
I feel pretty good about it, actually. I like the combination of the guys I think we're going to end up. I think there's going to be a number of guys that don't make our club that really were really, really hard decisions and still will probably end up being part of our club at some point this year. And so we've had some that's been the hardest part for us. We feel like we've had a number of guys that have thrown the ball well, a number of guys that we feel like are in the same type position of the bullpen that have thrown the ball well together, and so those decisions have been tough for us.
You're going to try any psychological trip if you're taking number 9 off the scoreboard?
No, I'm not kidding. Does that happen somewhere? Somebody do that? Okay.
Who did that, Joe?
Next time will be the first time.
Oh, okay.
When you have to have the conversations with the guys, like whether they make it or not make it, is that something you're always a part of, or is
No, I'm always a part of it. And usually either Andy or Farhan's in there with that meeting just so make sure that they're hearing from everyone, and if they have any questions, what we're thinking. I think the conversations that we were able to have all through spring training, part of Danger coming in, basically going to clarifying with each guy. Communication with guys have been pretty good at knowing how we feel about them. So, still never get away from knowing how hard it is to get a guy out, because everybody's idea is to make it a roster. To be able to be here opening day, but in reality, those usually are not the teams that you end up with 6 to 8 to 10 guys that end up being different by the time you get to the season.
Who are you thinking about using? Who is part of that mix of guys that could pitch tonight?
There's a number of guys in the back, from JP to Peralta to Hatcher to Hemi to Baez to Artsma to Huff to
So is that your opening day bullpen?
I say Hemi guys, I say.
maybe too many?
How much did spring training affect whatever decisions you guys make as opposed to the previous seasons?
it's hard to totally look at spring training and just disregard because you see it right in front of you. But you know, a lot of guys, their body of work, providing that they're healthy, gives you probably a better indication of who they're going to be. So I think you kind of try to balance it, spring training, and who they've been in their career. With the decisions they make.
Was there anyone that showed like new skills, showed new weapons that they didn't have in previous years?
You know, it's been interesting as far as the analytics side of it is, you know, as we're learning more about it, seeing a different kind of set of numbers and ways to evaluate. Interesting to see how certain guys kind of fit in, where they've been really good, really where their deficiencies are. So that's been the most interesting part for me, going over player plans and things like that, is seeing how different guys are really good at one thing that you kind of noticed, but you didn't really to paint that picture. And it's been nice doing it.
Donnie, you started Jock the last 3 games back. You officially announced your August.
Not really. I mean, I think pretty much if you read between the lines, you see what we're doing, but I still, again, there's other conversations to have. The way we want to frame it is maybe differently than you want to, so make sure we have all the conversations.
And just much trouble finalizing your bench. We're in the bullpen.
Tough decisions for sure, but I think at this point I feel like we've come to all the conclusions that we're going to be as good as we can right now, and I think by the end of the day, open to it.
Kind of go back to the analytics. Is the closer as important, do you think, as it once was, having one closer? It seems like some of the analytics based teams kind of throw different guys out there. I mean, how do you feel about it?
Well, it depends how you look at it. I think the closer from the standpoint of just being, a lot of times you look at the analytics, I think you look at high leverage situations, and that may be in the 7, maybe in the 8, where you want that guy pitching. But as far as guys are concerned, they look at it differently. And so them knowing their role and knowing that guy, there's certain guys that's the game they want. So
Because mentally, that's where they're at.
pretty much, and until I think the structure of how we pay guys changes, that's going to be the same. Right now you're doing more different shades. I think guys can bring the best guys. Not necessarily probably don't feel that it should change at all, but I think that's what's being rewarded right now. And I think that's changing some. Obviously, we're seeing set up guys make more money and things like that. So I think bullpen is changing for sure. And I think it's Monday. Starts growing. The emails and continue to read. So I think his 2 weeks are about up, and then he'll start the process.
Have you been encouraged by any of those reports about maybe seeing them back?
I don't know how we could judge anything just throwing the ball. So I mean, until he gets into the process of throwing and how he's bouncing back and things like that, I think we'll know a lot more. So I'll be able to talk about that possibly in a week or 10 days. A lot better than 15 hours.
Can you compare how you feel now compared to going into last season?
Felt good last year going in. I liked our club. I think we went into last year thinking that obviously the bullpen was just going to be lights out. We had closers galore, and again, it tells you that you never know what's going to happen in the season. So, but I'm confident with our guys. I like the way camp was went. I like the work that these guys have put in, the way they went about their business. And now it's their time, basically. We prepared. Obviously, one more game. I'd like to get through this one healthy. And then really it's time for the players to get a chance to go and kind of take over this thing.